Welcome to Teen Youth Summit. I'm your host, Tony Randolph, along with my amazing co-host,
I'm Kelly Shaw.
and we're at the Richard Wright Public Charter School for the Youth Media Rights Festival. Today is an amazing day because you're going to find about some great ways to use media for social good.
Yeah, in addition to that, we're going to be looking at some of the workshops that the students participated in today. We're going to be talking to some of the students and why they thought that the workshop was important, and additionally talking to some of the educators who brought Youth Media Rise to the school and what they hope that their students will take away from it. So it's going to be a good day, right?
Exactly. And we have a few other surprises for you in store, so keep it locked to Teen Youth Summit. Welcome back to Teen Youth Summit. I'm Tony Randolph, and we're here at the Richard Wright Public Charter School for the Youth Media Rights Festival. And I'm here with a very special guest who happens to be a student here. Please tell our viewers who you are and where you're from.
My name is Reginald Rice, and I go to Richard Wright Public Charter School.
Okay, and what do you like most about the events they had here today?
Well, what I like most about the events is that they show clips of like people's past. Well, not only people's past, but it was a documentary, and you show how they interacted with other students, revealing their deepest secrets and how it really affected their lives, and opening that in the sense of a jar and then letting other new emotions in for other experiences so that they can, have a better outlook on life.
Okay, and what are some of the ways that you found to be creative when it comes to using media for social good?
Well, what I found creative was that if I saw a friend in trouble or whatnot, I could ask them to sort of kind of put their fears or whatever they've been through on camera as a way of them getting it out, and also telling the world, what I've been through, and also how to, deal with going through that same emotion and experience.
Okay, and what would you tell the youth who may want to use media for social good but are kind of conflicted on the ways that they could go about doing it in their communities?
Oh, well, for them, I would tell them to I guess you could say find other groups in the area that are trying to do the same thing. But if you're trying to start your own group, make sure you start off with a purpose, and make sure that that purpose is impactful on the community that you're in, and make sure that you get people who have almost the same ideals as you, and also be open and willing to change, because you never know what happens. And also come to Richard Wright, because we help with that too.
Well, thank you for joining us on TeenYouthSummit-TV.
No problem.
Wake up! Time for school!
Every 26 seconds, a kid drops out of high school. But without an education, you never know where you're going to land. Wake up. Life is too short to sleep through it. good dreams start here.
Is a phenomenon that we ignore. Can you tell me the first act of our life? What's the first action of life?
I know.
Yes?
Breathing.
Breathing in. And second act of life?
Breathing out.
Crying.
Welcome back to Teen Youth Summit. I'm Kelly, and I'm here at the Richard Wright Public Charter School for the Youth Media Rise Festival, and I'm standing here with Jade. And so, Jade, can you explain a little bit about who you are and what you're doing at an event like this?
My name is Jade Yates, and I'm an ambassador at Richard Wright Public Charter School, but also I'm a youth leader for Youth Media Rise. And today I'm at the event because I do believe that media can talk about social justice issues and raise awareness about things that are going on every day.
Okay, and can you talk a little bit about the workshop that you participated in today and why you feel like it's important?
The workshop I participated in today was a few youth watching a documentary where they took some kids from the DMV and let them spend a few days in the woods, and they did many activities to get them through like trauma that they went through as a child, and to show that kids in the DMV can do more than just stay there, and they can do many things. And it also showed how far the kids came, and it's important because media plays a big role in how teenagers interact with each other, interact with peers, and also adults. So.
Okay, and when it comes to media for social good, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or drawing or arts or things like that, what are some ways that why do you think it's important to use media for social good?
It's important to use media for social good because you can reach people from many different places. You could start a movement in DC, and if you wanted to move to California or Ohio, you can do that through media. Also, media right now is seen as something that hurts people. It shows girls how they're supposed to look like, boys how they're supposed to act, and if you use it for social good, it'll draw attention away from that and show people that, hey, I can do this, I can have fun doing this, and I can start a movement no matter what age I am. I have a voice, something like Black Lives Matter DMV.
Right. All right. Well, thank you so much to Jade, and we'll be back shortly. Thank you.
I heard about a shooting involving a 3-year-old girl over the summer. My daughter Riley is that age.
There was a point when I felt that I was going to die.
My parents used to always say a bullet doesn't have a name on it.
Someone put a bullet in the back of my 14-year-old son's head.
The gun should never be an option.
We're Americans. We don't have to live like this.
We can all make a difference.
In the United States, 88 people die of gun violence every day.
We can end gun violence.
Welcome back to TeenYouthSummit-TV. I'm Tony Randolph, and we're here at the Richard Wright Public Charter School for the Youth Media Rise Festival. And I'm here with a very special guest who happens to be a student here. Please tell our viewers who you are.
My name is Sky, and I'm a student as well as an ambassador who attends Richard Wright.
Okay, and Sky, how did you become an ambassador here at this school?
Basically, you're observed throughout the school year, and they look for students who are leading academically throughout the school and who participates and has a positive effect on other students.
Okay, now Sky, what do you like most about some of the events they offer here today?
I like the different workshops and how everyone was open within their perspectives on social media.
Okay, and how do you use social media for social good?
Well, I don't really use social media, but if I did, I would just basically I would display positive awareness about things going on in my community.
Okay, and what caused you to come to the event here today?
Dr. Clark made me aware of the event today, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to stay and see what the workshops had to offer.
Okay, and which workshop do you like the most that you've seen today?
I like the second workshop where they showed us a video of a bunch of students who went camping, and they basically shared things that they've been through and how they could express them through music and poetry.
Welcome back to Teen Youth Summit. I am Kelly, and we're here at the Richard Wright Public Charter School for Youth Media Rise Festival. I'm here right now with Sabrin. Thank you for coming and talking to me, Sabrin. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is, how did you hear about this workshop and what made you come down to it?
I actually heard about this workshop from my journalist coordinator, Ms. Santos, and she told me about how the workshop was very focused on social media, and she knows that I'm very interested in media, all media, because I like to know the current events like all the time. And what made me come to this event was because I wanted to see the minds of media through other people, because everybody looks at media differently.
Okay, and in terms of the workshop, which workshop did you participate in, and what did you learn from it?
The workshop I participated in was the Gandhi workshop. It was very emotional, and I learned that when people are opening themselves up to you, you have to digest it and try to look at it from their point of view, so you can say, okay, this is what this person going through, and how did they overcome it? Because learning how they overcome it is learning how stronger that person is. So for me, learning that was like a big part of me growing myself.
Okay. And when it comes to meaningful media, I understand that you are a director, a writer. How do you want to use your gift for social good?
I want to. Oh, that's a very good question. I want to use my skills for social good by. Yeah, that is a good question. I want to use my skill by telling people that it's okay to open up and say that we do have problems in the U.S. Yes, we do try and say we solve things, but we do have problems, and us ignoring those problems are not doing any good for us. So to say we have a Black Lives Matter problem is something we need to actually see instead of avoiding, because down the line it's going to come back, and then when it comes back it's going to come harder. So if we solve it now, then we know how to solve the problem later on in years.
All right, great. Thank you so much to Sabrin for talking to me, and we'll be back shortly.
This is Jacob. He makes cereal for his little brother every morning. He also washes the car, but probably should have rolled the windows up. This is Jacob's dad. He left for Afghanistan almost a year ago. Behind every serviceman and woman, there is a family that serves as well. Now it's our turn.
RWPCS was the place to be this past Friday as the Media Rise Festival sought to promote meaningful media amongst teens and adults. Latea King has more on this story.
Hello, my name is Rodney, and I have an addiction.
Richard Wright was visited by Media Rise presenters and founders. This event showcased workshops as they showed DC's youth different ways to positively use media as a relief and as a resource.
So Media Rise is actually a whole week-long series of events across Washington, D.C., where we want to promote meaningful media. So all the different ways that storytelling, art, design, even technology can be used for social good in some way.
As students participated in the workshops, they are now interested in pushing positive campaigns on social media. The workshops expressed to them how to become more active and aware of how their usage of social media could go a long way.
Yes, so much of our media is sensationalist, and there's so much violence and conflict and negativity shown in the media that we wanted to create a space where we can talk about how can we use media for meaningful things.
I'm Latea King for RWN.
Thanks, Latea.
Welcome back to Teen Youth Summit. I'm Tony Randolph, and we're here at the Richard Wright Public Charter School for the Youth Media Rise Festival. And I'm here with the student who's also a very special guest. Please tell our viewers who you are and where you're from.
My name is Q, and I'm from Washington, D.C.
Now, Q, why is it important to use media for social good?
I think it's important to use media because now it's all about the youth, and that's what they connect with most, music, entertainment, social media. And if you post something, a couple 100,000, maybe a million, youth will see it. And if they see it and they like it, what are they going to do? They're going to spread it, and then it'll just spread across the whole wave of youth. And then they'll age and remember it, and then they'll tell it to their youth who will age and remember it, and it's a forever cycle of learning and sharing.
Okay. And what do you like most about some of the youth media workshops they had here today?
I like the workshops because it gives youth the chance to actually, be in front of the camera or behind the camera and actually see how it works in journalism, how you engage in news and getting information about stuff.
And why is it so important to use social media for social good versus negative ways?
I think social media is good for good ways because social media is known for having, bad stuff. It's known for its negative, and for there to be a light of good in that, that wave of bad, it's pretty inspiring to see there is some good in, the majority of the bad stuff that goes on. So that's why I find it important.
Great. And what specific workshop do you like to hear the most that they offer?
The workshop, I actually like the workshop that we had when we were watching the kids go to the retreat, learning about the retreat, and one guy also did spoken word.
Okay.
And he gave us a chance to listen to him and actually write our own poems in a specific set of time. So it was kind of fun with the activity.
In what ways did he use spoken word for social good, as far as the guy that was in that workshop?
Well, he tackled some of our, society's current events with issues and stuff like racism and black people and, stereotypes. So that's what I really appreciated.
Okay, my last question. What caused you to want to help out in this event today?
Well, honestly, I was unsure of it because,
Okay.
Staying after school, who wants to do that? But I'm kind of glad I did because I got to meet new people and I got to just see stuff I've never witnessed before, and I think I'll do it again.
Well, thank you for joining us on
Well,
TeenYouthSummit-TV, Q.
Never regret it. You will always feel proud of whatever I have done. Yeah? And then have a smile as if that person is right in front of you. Everybody's eyes will be closed, so have a big smile. And let's take a deep breath in, long deep breath. Don't breathe out, don't breathe out, don't breathe out, and let go. And let's open our eyes.
Hey Luda, got a sec?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm really worried. One of my friends is living on the street.
I know someone who can help.
Who?
1-800-RUNAWAY.org. They help kids having a rough time at home, in school, or on the street. You can do a live chat on their site. They will help get her to safety.
Thanks, Ludacris.
Trust the National Runaway Switchboard. If you're having a hard time, get online or call to chat now.
So we're talking about media for social good. So in terms of media for social good, what does that mean to you?
Well, what that means to me is actually once you hear about bad stuff that's happening, like Trayvon Martin and things like that, you want to go on social media and not repost it or he did that or he did this and hashtag free him or free that. But you also want to take what you learn and be like, oh yeah, they did this to him, but we also can reflect and say, hey, let's do a good, a protest. Everything doesn't have to be violent.
Okay, and so events like this that bring together the youth and administrators, educators for social good, why are these events so important?
I think that these events are important because you want everybody to come out and have them in different locations. That way everybody can have a chance to know what's going on in our communities, in our world, and be a part of what's happening. So, because everybody plays a different part in the world, so we want everybody to be involved because maybe they can help out in ways that other people can't.
No more, it's none of my business.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, not my problem.
No more, she was flirting with him.
No more, she was asking for it.
No more, boys will be boys.
No more, I'll say something next time.
No more bystanding.
No more ignorance.
No more excuses.
No more.
Welcome back to Teen Youth Summit. I'm Tony Randolph, and we're here at the Richard Wright Public Charter School at the Youth Media Rise Festival. And I'm here with a very special guest today. Please tell our viewers who you are.
I'm Dr. Marco Clark. I'm the founder and CEO of Richard Wright Public Charter School here in Washington, D.C.
Okay, Dr. Clark, please tell our viewers, why is it good to use social media for social good?
I think social media is a way to really get your message out across the country. It's also a way for people to understand what your message is and a way to use positivity to express the things that young people are doing. And so I'm just excited about how we can use social media in a very positive way.
In what ways have y'all used social media here today for the greater good?
Well, one of the things we did is that we use the Periscope, we made sure that we were broadcasting this event live. So we wanted folks all over the world to be able to see what we're doing. We want young people in other countries to understand what we're doing. And we also have been tweeting and using Facebook to get the message out that young people are doing some positive things. Hopefully, by 5 o'clock, when they turn on the news tonight, instead of turning on the news to see something negative, they can turn online and really see a positive message that's coming out today at the same time, so we can turn the news off and get a positive message to young people.
And that goes to my next question. Why is events like this so important for our communities?
It's very important because, again, as I stated, I think the message around what young people are doing, particularly in the District of Columbia, are all negative. And, you know, you take the first 5 minutes of the news and you get a snapshot, and that's all that goes in anybody else's mind. But there are so many different things that young people are doing, so their gifts, their talents, that they are able to express. I think that this Media Rise program that we've been able to see how kids can communicate and do it in a very positive manner. And hopefully this information is going to go out to the communities and change one person at a time. When we do that, we're going to see some major changes happening in the communities.
And speaking of changes, what is one specific workshop that you like to hear the most today?
Spoken word was all that. The reason I like that, just to be able to take a life story and dramatize it and then use some vocabulary that I think is important so it goes right into the classroom. I think the spoken word also required people to research and read, and so I was excited about that. So it was just something about that particular one. But all of them were great, dynamic, because of the fact that we had so many individuals here with so many different talents that I think that were great. They were able to expound upon that everyone benefited from this experience.
Amazing. Now, one last question. Why is it that you think that a lot of youth today use social media for negative ways?
I think because we don't do enough like this to make sure that folks are media literate. They don't really understand that what's going to happen 10 years from now when they go to try to get that job and someone can pull up that video and go back. I think we're not really teaching what media literacy really looks like. And so people just automatically think now that you have these phones, you are an instant filmmaker or an instant journalist.
Exactly.
And nobody's really talking about what message needs to be sent. And so this is a conference I like because we're changing the lives and we're teaching people that you can be media literate and get things done in a very positive manner and shine at the same time.
Well, thank you for your time, Dr. Clark, and thank you for joining us on TeenYouthSummit-TV.
Thank you so much, man. It's been my pleasure.
Thank you.
All right.
Every child needs a mentor, a positive role model. For me, that was my grandmother. For more than 110 years, Big Brothers Big Sisters has been making meaningful monitor matches between adult volunteers and children. And these positive relationships have direct and measurable impacts. Help a child realize his or her potential. Visit bigbrothersbigsisters.org.
Welcome back to Teen Youth Summit. I'm Kelly, and we are here at the Richard Wright Public Charter School for the Youth Media Rise Festival. I'm standing here with one of the teachers, Danzel. Sir, can you please tell me a little bit about what you do here and why the school is so important?
Yes, I'm Danzel Bussey. I'm the Media Arts and Journalism Specialist teacher here. We offer media special stuff for children ages 12 to 16, 17. This school means a lot coming from a journalism background in college and just seeing how media is spread it out throughout high school in various ways such as public relations, newspaper, broadcasting. It's just amazing because I didn't have this at my high school. And I think that if I did have it, I would probably have used my social media a little different when I went off to college. And it's just a great understanding for students to be aware of what's going on in their community. And also, since we're in Washington, D.C. nationally, so they have positive ways to connect with the world other than a lot of students around the area.
Okay, so Media Rise is a nonprofit which is trying to use meaningful media for social good. So what were your thoughts in having this program come to the school here today?
It's great. A couple of workshops that I attended today were very youthful, and I think that's the connection that we're missing. I think that old school journalism has a new twist, and with the youth and the generation becoming more journalists with the social network, it has that look. That's why it's great to have, media rise, because media is rising. It's going to another level, and it's going a lot faster than back in the day when you waited for your newspaper to come to your doorsteps. It's coming out every second now. So I think that's a great way to enhance the program is media rise, because they talked about a lot of stuff that most people haven't thought of just yet, and it's sliding right past us without us even knowing.
Okay, and so what was your hope in having this workshop here today? What did you want your students to take away from it?
I wanted students to take away that social media or media in general doesn't always have to be negative. And if it is negative, it's always a positive twist that you can put on it. And if you're going to promote media, you need to do it in the eyes of the lenses and not in the eyes of the heart. And I mean that because a lot of people put a lot of emotion behind stuff, and it drives or it takes the thought or the process that you want to convey to certain things. And when we as journalists have to be non-biased, it's really hard if you're emotionally attached to it. And if students can learn that at an early age, you'll see the difference in media. You'll see social network change, and you'll see the positivity, because they are the future and they're going to take over soon.
Great. Thank you so much to Denzel, and we'll be back shortly.
If I only game, why should you? If I could make a change, why can't you? There's enough stripes that we couldn't take, cause you wouldn't fit on the gun, fit on the blade. We don't do it for the praise, just so game violence awareness can be raised. Little by little, we're gonna drop these stats. How can 35% of our game members be black? 49% is half my family Latino. How is that? No more bandanas, no more rapes, no more of those meaningless handshakes. So we ask you to step up, step out against gang violence. If you don't, who will?
Our generation need to stand up for the next generation.
Our generation must take a stand.
Well, this concludes this episode of Teen Youth Summit, using media for social good. I'm Tony Randolph.
And I'm Kelly Shaw.
And you just witnessed some amazing speakers, seen some great youth-led workshops, and heard some wonderful poetry.
Yeah, and I think the biggest takeaway was just how the students responded to having Media Rise come into their schools, and what the administrators took away from it, and how they're going to use this workshop and apply it to social media for social good for their everyday lives.
Exactly. Until next time, peace.